Smoking them at the barges. We had some tough days, a few tough days, but I said they can't have left and not come back. These fish left for a little while, but man, you know, I tried at the barges, I tried at the jetties, and they weren't at the jetty. So I made a little run in the fog to the barges with some live shrimp. I caught a couple on plastic, but they want that live shrimp. They spoil over here in Fourchon, you know? These fish are spoiled. I'm catching them every cast. Nice fish. Average size is probably 18 inches. Catching them every cast. Live shrimp. Free-line live shrimp. You don't get much better than that. But I thought they had left. To my surprise, they hadn't left. They're here. I came down the beach on that fog and got to the barges, and the water's green, beautiful. This is the first pretty day. We've been having an east wind, and it's been messy. I couldn't even make it here. That's how rough it's been for the last 3 days. So I said, I gotta go. It's too calm today. And I'm being rewarded with trout after trout, every cast. So the people who think that all the trout go in the marsh, I keep on saying these trout didn't get their invitation to go to the marsh. I believe that these fish, they got rigs that are close here at Fourchon, and I think these fish, when it gets rough and cold, they go to those close rigs about 25 to 30 feet of water. And when it calms down on a pretty day like today, the green water, they come back to these barges and feed. I think they do that the whole year. I don't think it's just a summertime pattern, and there's no trash fish right now to deal with. So it's awesome. Just want to give y'all a grand out report. We had 3 days without a bite. I mean, it was bad. The east wind was blowing. The east wind finally stopped. It's really foggy today. It was kind of spooky going out in the boat today. I had to put my GPS on, but I caught half of these fish on the overcast lure, salt and pepper swim bait. That's what was working. But I started them off with live shrimp. And once I got them going with live shrimp, I even caught a couple on top water. Jay said, we want fish tonight for supper. So I kept a couple sheephead, because that's what I called it, the jetties. And after a couple sheephead and a couple reds, I said, I'm going to the barges. And it was foggy, I got a little nervous, I mean thick. But it paid off. Those fish, I think, going to the rigs, and they're coming back when it calms down. A lot of 18-inch fish. Beautiful trout. Pretty fish. So, you know, I don't think they leave. I think they're here. They go to the rigs and they come back. Now the jetties, the conditions were perfect at the coming out of past jetties, and I didn't get a fish there. So I tried 2 barges, and both of them had fish on it. I just moved. I was catching fish, and I moved just to see if they would have fish on the next one, and they had just as many, and the fish got bigger on the second barge. So these fish they leave and go to the Gulf, and they come back to the beaches and the barges. I think they have some fish on the beach too. One guy said they had one of these big ospreys. One of my neighbors, it caught a trout, and the guy that does the tractor on the beach, it cleans the beach, the osprey dropped the trout, about a 14-inch trout. So they got some in the surf too. These fish don't all leave. So just want to give y'all a report. It was really tough, but today the hammer came down. I redeemed myself. Thank you, Lord. On a Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday.
You want to tell them where to get the baits and your rods?
Oh yeah, you know, everybody knows now that I'm using these Zook custom-made rods. 7-foot Zook custom-made rods. They're both identical. And then I got some for my guests too. And you know, that little swim bait, everybody knows that I've been using that for the last couple months.
Where can you get those?
Bridgeside has, no, not Bridgeside, Shelley. Shoreway has them, and many other places too. And you can get them online at overcastlure.com. But in the jig head, I'm using 1/8 ounce jig head. If you go any heavier than that, you get stuck in the rocks. But the live shrimp are guaranteed. Free line live shrimp is guaranteed.
And that's your report.
Super Bowl report.